I do like his interviews, by the way. The
Campbell?
first overall pick, right? If you could describe yourself in one word, how would you? Nasty. My job is to protect the quarterback. I love getting down and nasty in the trenches. I'm just out there pass setting, trying to protect my quarterback. Like that gets me going, right? You love offensive linemen.
All right, wait up. How many times have you been practicing that
No,
accent?
I just made it up just real quick. At the end of my career, I played 11 years. You guys played a little bit longer. What'd you play total?
12.
12.
11.
You played 11?
Yes.
All right. So I can ask you this. If you would have played 11 or 12, right, would there have been a difference in how you're living right now?
Probably.
You think so?
Maybe. There's a few more M's.
Yeah, a few more M's. But at the end of the day, a few more
bigger
M's.
contract in the back of my career.
Yeah, but
There's a lot bigger.
how many headshots
We would
you
probably
take?
be in
How
the
many headshots
penthouse
you take?
right now instead of just on the third
You take any
floor.
headshots that last year?
They don't even hit anymore.
So the few M's.
They don't even hit anymore.
Yeah, okay. We throw on the
It's flag
Seattle
football
clip.
out there.
That was 15 years ago.
I know, but they all catch up to you. So
you
for
see,
me,
these Vices helmets are freaking sick.
we didn't play
If
with
I
those.
could have kept playing, I would have kept playing.
We played with the helmets that they're banned now. You can't even put them on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Year one.
No, the last helmet I wore, you can't even wear anymore.
Yeah, that's you. That sounds like a you problem. I was wearing a Vices for like 10 years.
That's Tom. His helmet, he can't. He couldn't. Tom had that old school helmet. Remember how big his helmet was? Because he's got such a large head. It was like elongated, like a bus, because he has that like 2X helmet that he wore. And it was that old school Rydell. Remember the old school Rydell? He couldn't even wear it. At the end of his career, he was grandfathered into wearing his
just like the single button guys.
Yeah, remember that?
Aaron Rodgers is still grandfathered into it.
Yeah, he's a meme now because of that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into
Chin
the hard
strap
hitting
on the
questions.
nose.
We didn't get anything
this is
to
too
our
easy
kids.
for him.
Come on.
Let's go Pats over under 11 wins this year.
Under.
Why under?
11 wins?
I know you're a
they
big
just
Patriots
had 4
fan.
wins.
Yeah, but
Let's be realistic.
new coach, new players, free agency, hit in the draft, got the tackle, got wide receivers,
Got the
defense is stacked. Why
Wait a
under
minute.
11?
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying, like, let's be realistic. You think you're going to have 12 wins? 12 wins.
12 is a lot.
They're going to be a 12-win team after being a 4-win
That's
team.
tough. I'm just asking.
It is tough.
I mean, look at the Washington.
So I took the under.
Commanders?
Yeah,
Right?
Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah,
So
they did it.
You just so
All right,
my thought
how
is,
about
do you
9?
win?
Over under 9.
All right. That's more
I'm
realistic.
a 9. I think they're 9-10 win team. 9-10
So
win
you're
team.
going
Okay, there
over,
we
you
go.
going
11
under?
is a lot.
I'm going over on 9, and I'm going
Okay.
under on 11.
Okay, you're
See?
right. 11
That's a
is
realistic.
A lot. That is.
So, do you think that you can win instantly with overpaying in free agency?
That's a great point because look at the.
They just spent $355 million.
Let's talk about
That's a lot.
the dream team, Philadelphia Eagles. Remember 2013?
Yes.
Coach Belichick always put them up on the board. There was so much talk about them. They were talking, we're the greatest team. We got so many free agencies come in, and then they went 5-11 that year. 6 and 10. And they brought in that many free agencies. It doesn't mean you're going to gel as a team when you bring in that many free agencies.
Exactly.
But they're veteran free agencies. Vrabel's a guy that kind of, feels like you can gel them together.
He's a guy that, he's the glue guy, right? And he's one of them dudes. You see him in what's it, Forged in Foxborough now? They got the Forged. We're like building this thing up like our
every team has one
like
of
our
those
new
now, though.
facility. We're gonna build it from the ground up with steel and iron, and we're gonna.
It's good. It's good
it's
marketing.
great. It's great marketing. So my thought is, if you protect the quarterback, which is number 1 in the NFL, right?
I don't think you can ever overpay for offensive linemen.
No, but they didn't.
So like when you said they overpaid for a bunch of free agents,
how much did they
They
pay
didn't
for
get any
Diggs?
free agencies on the offensive
Did
line.
they get an offensive line?
No, they got Moses.
Yeah,
He's a little
one
old.
guy.
34, and he's been around. Last year was kind of riddled with injuries.
Where did they get him from?
He was with the Commanders.
Okay.
Yes. So actually, I played against him with the Commanders, and then he was with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
He was banged up last
You
year.
played against him. Is he
But
good?
they drafted
He's a very good
the
player.
kid.
All right.
They drafted. And I would say that all his interviews, Campbell, not Compton.
Will Compton. I'm thinking about
I
what's
was
his
just
name.
on bussing with the
That's
boys.
what I saw.
Busting with the boys. Did he make that tackle, by the way, or did he miss it?
Well, I was on the sidelines and
Did he
kind
push
of
you
just
out?
pushed me out. It was like a gimme.
Okay.
It was a gimme tackle.
Okay.
But what was bad on his part is it was just a normal flat route, and I got 12 yards in the flat route. He didn't do his job in the coverage game.
Yeah.
No. So and then it was a gimme tackle. So
It's a tough. You on the sideline.
I was rolling though. I was fast back then.
Yeah, you were pretty fast. So I think you look at. I do like his interviews, by the way. The
Campbell?
first overall pick, right? If you could describe yourself in one word, how would you? Nasty. My job is to protect the quarterback. I love getting down and nasty in the trenches. I'm just out there pass setting, trying to protect my quarterback. Like, that gets me going, right? You love offensive linemen.
All right, wait up. How many times have you been practicing that
No,
accent?
I just made it up just real quick. It's like you and the Bill Belichick impersonations. How many times you're in the mirror just... I mean, come on.
I sat in front of him for 12 years and watched him pick his nose and shit.
You did, yeah.
I could tell you his habits from everything. Just as
I know.
You could.
Isn't that it? It's attractive, isn't it?
But you didn't sit next to Campbell for 12 years.
No, I just listened to him,
and then you practiced a couple times. Once.
Just, you just
practiced once.
It's all about watching.
You recorded yourself once doing.
No, never did that.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't think I did.
Yes, you did.
No, Jules, I think I'm just pretty good at improv.
This is a friendly episode. All right, we don't need to be throwing haymakers at each other.
Come on, geez, I'm gonna have to jiff you.
All right, well, talking about Bill, we got Ninko here and looking at that hat. What was it like visiting Bill at Chapel Hill?
Chapel Bill.
Yeah, it was great.
I was Chapel Bill.
Yeah, it was great. We had a
Did you hit the bars? Did Paige let you go out?
No, I didn't do anything like that.
Even being that far away?
Track my phone, made sure I was in the hotel.
Okay.
But anyway, it's, for me, I feel, look, you put a shirt like this on, you wear a hat like this, get some, maybe walk around, Comm Ave.
Tommy Bahama, baby.
What are you trying to say? Baby. You walk around Comm Ave and what?
No, maybe just pick up a younger chick or something,
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Everyone's so serious these days. I'm a married man. Freaking Paige, I love you. She's the best.
But I would go after you if I saw that ring on your
how was Chapel Bill?
No, it was great. So this is my thought. I was surprised that he took that job. Right? I think we were all a little shocked, a little surprised. I think the challenge is probably going to be trying to get the most out of a less talented roster. The worst NFL team in the NFL is more talented. Let's just face it. Like, you could have the shittiest NFL football team and you have a roster full of studs. So I think it's might be a little bit more difficult to get the most out of some of these kids that, let's face it, maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 are NFL caliber players. Like, you look at NFL teams. How many NFL guys played on your Arizona team?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. How many from Kent State?
3.
3. So like every college team probably has 3, if 4 max NFL caliber players.
And some have 1.
Some have 1. 0. Some have none. Right? Some have none. Especially if you're Alabama,
8,
you're going to have
10.
maybe 8 to 10.
Got a lot of money at Chapel Hill.
Yeah, but you're going to have to bring in some talent. And I know that, like, the Big Ten, some of these big schools, they have to cut down on their roster because there's no walk-ons anymore. So they did away with the walk-on. So if you're from Carolina, you're Chapel Hill.
Yeah, they pick up. You're
trying to pick those guys up through free agency. So, it was interesting because there's definitely, you talk to some of these kids, you're like, how old are you? Like, oh, I'm 18. Like, shit, you're 18 years old. Okay. It's pretty wild, honestly. I was a young, I didn't redshirt, so I was young. I was 18 when I was in junior college, and when I got drafted at 21. So my rookie season, I was 22 years old. A lot of these kids, they're, red shirt, gray shirt, transfer year, COVID year. You got some kids that are 24 and you got other kids that are 18. So you have a wide discrepancy there of age.
It's a good word, discrepancy.
Yeah.
I'm learning. This guy's smart.
Yeah, Purdue guy, 3.2 GPA, not bad.
Oh, Slate only had a 3.1 at UCLA.
I know.
3.2. This guy,
I'm pretty smart.
Super whiz.
They say Purdue's like the Ivy League of public schools.
All right, next question. You played with Sean Payton.
Well, I didn't play with him. Yeah.
Payton.
That's like, somebody said like somebody stole Bill Belichick's Super Bowl jersey. It's like, yeah, he didn't wear a jersey. Like, Bill's never worn. This isn't baseball where which is weird.
Manager.
Don't you think the manager's wearing like a full uniform is odd?
Well, that's baseball.
No, it's baseball.
I know, but imagine Bill in a few uniforms.
The manager used to play though in the early 1890s.
Hilarious. I know. That's the history of it.
I thought you were a tradition guy.